Hey everyone, it's Barb Teckle, Oracle card reader for people and their pets, and an author, and also the creator of my brand new animal oracle deck called Animal Reflections Healing Oracle. And I just released these, so I'm really excited. And today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite things to do is to do readings for people and their pets. Because in my own experience in my life, time and time again, as well as doing readings for clients, so often our animal friends are trying to get a message across to us, or they're mirroring for us, they're reflecting for us, something that we perhaps need to take a look at, that we need to change within ourselves, or something we've been um, just not taking care of. And our animals are so perceptive at this. It is quite astounding. I've had some pretty big teachings and lessons from my own dogs in my life, as well as some animals out in the wild as well. So today I just wanted to give you a little idea how perhaps you could work with your animal friend if you're feeling challenged perhaps by some behavior that they have, or maybe there's an illness that you're just not quite understanding. Or maybe there's something going on within yourself too, that maybe you're not, maybe I've had this happen before in my life too, where, I've gotten an animal I really wanted the dog, and then I had a hard time bonding at first. And so often, when these things happen, again, it's a reflection of what's going on within us humans, because our animal friends can't speak to us in the language that we understand. They have a language all their own, and oftentimes it will come out in their behavior, or it may come out in an illness, or it just may be other ways that they're acting up, trying to get your attention. So, what I want to do is, when I do readings for clients, trying to look at what's going on, between the pet and the person. And I think it's really important to remember that, you know, while this might sound obvious, this is a relationship. This is a relationship we share with our animal friends. It's really no different than the relationship we share with, somebody that we love in our life, siblings, parents, friends. It's the same thing. And if we can remember to look at it that way, when we're feeling challenged, there's this potential for growth and this potential to come back into harmony with each other. So, one of the things that I look at, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of an example here, is one of the things I will look at is I will pull a card that represents the relationship between the owner and the pet at that time of the reading, and given what's, when we look at the situation or the challenge that they're dealing with. So I thought I would just use as an example. I don't have any animals in my life right now, but my last animal that passed away, Gidget, my little dachshund. I had a very close relationship with her, and she brought a very big teaching to me. If you follow me for a while and have read my last book, you know what a amazing, amazing teaching she brought to me that really helped me shift in my consciousness, really helped me to heal a deep wound that I carried within me. So I just thought we'd work with that question today just to give you an example. And then I would invite you to use any oracle deck you wish. Obviously, my cards aren't out there yet, but if you choose to order those, you could pull from that deck at some point too. So I'm going to pull a card that represents the relationship between me and my dog Gidget. Even though she is not physically still here, she is with me in spirit. She's with me in my heart. I will carry her with me always in her teachings. I believe that human or animal, they're still here. They're just in a different form. So let's pull a card and see what the message is that represents the relationship between me and Gidget. And again, I invite you to do this with your own pet. Just pull a card one day and say, what is this about our relationship today? And pull a card to see what it says. All right, let's see. Relationship between me and Gidget. Crow and creativity. So crow can be very much, depending how you look at it. So here's crow. Crow can be very magical creature. They're associated with omens. They are associated with darkness, perhaps death. And death isn't always in the aspect of, life and death. Death can be the death of something that needs to leave your life in order for something new to come in. And the word that I have on here is creativity. So again, the prompt that we're looking at is what represents the relation. This card represents a relationship between me and Gidget. So when you think about creativity, and I just think about her being in the other realm, wherever she is now, not physically here, that is a creative aspect of, sitting in meditation and tuning into her energy and then finding a way to connect with her there. But I also want to bring up the fact that the relationship between me and Gidget in relationship to Crow and possibly, not possibly, but representing, I just keep coming up on this death aspect because that's what she did for me. She helped me to look at the darkness and let that die within me, that struggle, that internal struggle I had of not feeling good enough. And knowing that, eventually I was able to link that of not feeling good enough to my childhood trauma, and some other things in my life. But that is what she helped me with. And when we think about Crow, sometimes we do think about darkness also, and we think about shadow. Crow is a very good animal in aspect to that too, is helping to look at the shadow aspects of ourselves. And that was the relationship between Gidget and I, and our soul contract and the mission that we were on together for that time period in my life and hers, was to help me heal that, heal that trauma that was so dark within me and so scary. Um, yeah, I was so very blessed to have that little dog. So I'm just going to share with you the message of Crow in my guidebook. Here is the deck. It's 52 cards with 2 customized cards, so a total of 54. And then I have woven into my deck the 21 Major Arcana from the tarot. So let's look at creativity, and I mean Crow and creativity. And again, looking at that this represents the relationship between me and Gidget, who is now in spirit. So Crow sits high atop the branch with a keen watchfulness over the land far and wide, and over Father Sky that spans into infinity. And as I read that line and I know about my relationship with Gidget, and I look at Crow sitting high atop the branch with a keen watchfulness over the land far and wide, she was helping me to become the observer of patterns in my life, and that I repeated, and to look deeper about where those were coming from. So I see that as Crow sitting high up on the perch, being the observer. The caw of Crow as you pass by its perch is one that will either startle or intrigue you. If alarmed by Crow, it may be your shadow is lurking nearby, awaiting you to acknowledge it. Crow stands faithfully by, encouraging you to gently take off your mask of fear, and assures you it's okay to examine that which scares you. That is absolutely perfectly describes the relationship and the contract that I had with Gidget, where she stood so loyally beside me as I went into that dark place within myself to heal that. And she assured me, she was trying to assure me, though it took me a little while to catch on. She was assuring me that it was okay to look at that to look at it was going to help set me free. So if you're intrigued by Crow's presence, this is your reminder you are a magical and creative being. Crow is gently nudging you to take stock of where you are in your life and ask where it is you are feeling stuck. I was so stuck at that time, and she helped me. Gidget helped me. Is there a dream you wish to pursue, but your doubts have blocked the way? It's time to tap into that deep well of wisdom residing within you. Crow poised on the branch of perspective reminds you that you aren't alone. And that was another beautiful thing about the relationship I had and still have with Gidget, is she showed me to how important it was to connect with not only the divine source God, however you look at that, but also to stay in tune with my higher self. Because so often when we're stuck in that small self, that little self, and in that shadow self, we lose perspective. And then we feel that we are all alone. And even after that big teaching with Gidget, I can still have moments when I feel alone, but I remember what she taught me and I go back to that. So Spirit is here and eager to co-create with you to manifest your desires. Crow's ebony feathers symbolize death or strength, reminding you to let go of fear and focus instead on your many gifts and talents. It's time to take flight right from where you are and embrace all the prism of sparkles, making you the colorful being you are. Definitely, absolutely, without a doubt, this is such a perfect card about the relationship between me and Gidget. So give it a try. Think about a challenge you're feeling with your animal friend, and how could you go a little bit deeper to try, first of all, become the observer, because so often our emotions are tied in. We want our animals to feel better because we want to feel better. We want to feel better so our animals feel better. And sometimes, again, animals don't speak to us in the same language as we're used to hearing. So oracle cards really are a great tool to help you go a little bit deeper and to look at things from different angles than from our logical, analytical mind, which can just keep us spinning in these maddening loops. So I just wanted to share that with you today. There's different ways you can work with oracle cards. Again, my favorite way really is working with people and their pets, trying to bring that relationship back into harmony. And working with oracle cards has been like my number one go-to tool to do that, not only for myself and my relationships, but helping clients do that. And I just wanted to give that to you as a little gift, to take a look at that and see what you may discover. So if you give it a try, I'd love to know, what happens. Use any deck that you have, and let me know. Let me know the card that you get. Let me know the insight you might have gotten. Let me know if it helps you shift in your perspective with your animal friend, because that's what it's all about. It's about living with joy and love and being in harmony with each other and with the planet. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. I will leave a link in the box below. If you'd like to check out my deck, that would be great. All right, have a great day, everyone. Take good care. Bye-bye.